So with our dilations, there's 4 types. They're very so they're similar in some ways. But I put a description to help you as you go through this. But the first 2 types are what we call our vertical. And these, notably, the number is outside. The vertical dilations, the number is outside. So how do I deal with this? So when a number is big, when it's a number, you get the absolute value of it. We call it a vertical stretch. And it's stretching by a factor of 3. And let's look at all these factors. So we have a factor of 1/3 right here. And this is a vertical, and it's actually not a stretch, it's a shrink. It's a shrinking. And similarly, this is a shrink as well. So I actually typed that wrong. So it should be a shrink. So I'm glad I caught that. Sometimes we make mistakes trying to prepare everything. Similarly, right here, we're dividing by a number. It's going to make everything smaller and make all y values smaller. And it's going to shrink. This stretch right here, on the other hand, you're dividing by a fraction, and it creates a whole number. So this is a horizontal stretch. And let's look at the factors for these stretches and shrinks. So here, factor of 1/3. Well, technically, a factor of 3. It's weird, but the language, I wish they would make it a little bit simpler. But the distinction is that we refer to it as horizontal because it's inside of the function. It's inside of the function. So we're going to move on and look at the back here. So it says write an equation that has the following conditions. A vertical stretch. So if it's stretching vertically, then I'm going to have 2. It's going to be outside of our function. It's going to be outside of our function. So I'm going to have 2 f of x. So what's 2 f of x look like? And it's just 2 times x cubed minus 4x. If you would like to simplify that, that would give me 2x cubed minus 8x. Okay, horizontal shrink, horizontally to shrink. That's going to be inside, so f of 1/2 of x. This equals 1/2 of x squared plus 1/2 of x, and it's inside, minus 2. And that's it. That's all you do, guys. Horizontal stretch is inside. It's inside. And let me make sure I did that right. Shrink. Yes, did that correct. Okay. F of 3 x equals 3x cubed, and it's inside. Inside, you have to be careful there, not outside, because it's not the whole function, minus 2 times, and I appreciate doing it this way when you're writing out the actual function, because otherwise you would easily make mistakes. All right. The practice, we're going to do a little quiz with that, but when you're doing it, keep this in mind. They're asking, what's the transformations from f of x to g of x? So for number 1, if I'm adding 6, if I'm ending up with g of x, I'm just sliding up 6. So think about that for 13, 14, 15, 16, and that will be like a little mini quiz. Have a good day, guys. You're doing good. I'm proud of you.